There was something different about that night, not because of the glittering lights of Los Angeles, but because of two figures who left the entire ARMY world speechless, Jimin and Jungkook, just the two of them, under one roof, with no distractions, no crew, no script. And what happened that night might just make you believe that love doesn't always need a confession. Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moment, the place where every heartbeat between Jimin and Jungkook is recorded, told, and treasured like a fandom's hidden gem. Today, we're diving into one of their most intimate and unforgettable moments, a live stream that featured just two hearts, one screen, and 1,000 unspoken details that couldn't be faked. From late-night ramen, meaningful jokes, to glances that can only be described in one word: chemistry. So, sit back, get cozy, and open your heart, because this video isn't just an analysis, it's a small journey into the bond of two people who've shared a stage, a world, and maybe feelings far deeper than what's seen on the surface. Something was different in the air that night in Los Angeles. Not just because the skies were clear or the weather was perfect, but because two names that make ARMY hearts flutter were under one roof, alone: Jimin and Jungkook. They were in the US with the rest of BTS to prepare for their upcoming album, scheduled for release in March 2026. But that day was their day off. No schedules, no cameras, no crew, just time flowing without pressure, and two hearts that seemed to find their most natural rhythm when they were alone together. It all began when Jimin was seen incredibly excited after watching Jungkook perform at Lollapalooza Berlin a few days earlier. His face lit up as he spoke about Yoon, the sweet nickname he's been using more often. He even posted an Instagram story dedicated to Jungkook, something rare for him. No dramatic captions, just a clip, but enough to make fans believe this wasn't just casual support. Later, Jimin was spotted shopping with Namjoon. Interestingly, only Jimin came home carrying 3 large bags. He laughed as he shared this on the livestream. "I wanted to shop too, but I woke up late. In the end, they didn't buy much, only I brought back a lot," he said shyly, grinning. Cute, playful, and so, Jimin. Then came that night. The other members were out for personal errands. But the house stayed lively, because two people chose to stay behind. Not because they had to, but because they wanted to. Jimin and Jungkook. Just the two of them. As the live stream started, the atmosphere felt warm, almost too comfortable. Jungkook leaned back. Jimin sat beside him, occasionally eating or checking his phone. But it was the little details that spoke volumes. The way Jungkook stared at Jimin when he didn't realize the camera was on him, or how Jimin softly giggled at Jungkook's silly jokes. There was a language unspoken, yet unmistakable. This was more than friendship. They ate ramen that night. Yes, ramen, a simple dish that suddenly felt like a symbol of closeness. In between laughs, they talked about small habits. Jimin shyly refused Jungkook's offer to use lip balm, not angrily, but bashfully. A tiny argument filled with teasing, sweet like a couple who know each other far too well. Earlier that day, Jungkook had taken a candid photo of Jimin while he napped. When Jimin saw it, he looked puzzled and asked, "When did you take this? How is the angle so perfect?" Jungkook just laughed, offering no answer, like he was keeping a tiny secret just for himself. Then came a quieter moment, when they began singing Jin's song together. But it wasn't just about the music. Jungkook suddenly said, half joking, half serious, "Are you going to discipline me here?" Jimin, looking half confused and half amused, replied, "Aren't you guys going to sleep? What's with the talk about discipline and punishment?" It sounded random, but anyone watching could tell. They were playing with meaning, with emotion, with a closeness too deep to explain in words. Jungkook also shared that after finishing his military service, he no longer wanted to waste time. He's more focused now, more deliberate. And one thing is clear, he's been closer to Jimin than ever before. And Jimin, in his gentle way, responded with warm smiles, that baby voice that melts hearts, and gazes deeper than any just colleagues could share. One of the most unforgettable moments? When Jungkook casually entered Jimin's room. He said it was nothing special. Just wanted to see. But for those who noticed the smallest cues, this wasn't a random visit. Not everyone walks so naturally into someone's private space, unless they're used to it. Deeply used to it. This live was just the two of them. No staff, no oversight. No script. No one told them to do it. They did it because they wanted to. Because they were comfortable. And that chemistry? You could feel it in every little touch. Jungkook played with Jimin's necklace. Turns out, it was a gift from him. He tugged at Jimin's shirt like a child. Jimin just smiled, letting him be. "Who are you waiting for?" Jungkook suddenly asked. Jimin chuckled, his eyes crinkling as he replied, "What are you saying?" Then they both laughed, like they always do. As if they were the only two people in the world. The stream lasted nearly 2 hours. Many fans struggled to translate everything. Even major fan accounts misunderstood parts of it. But for those who've followed their bond for years, not everything needs words. Not everything needs explanation. The glances, the laughter, the body language. That was more than enough to prove one thing. What they have is not ordinary. Jimin felt like the safest place for Jungkook. And Jungkook? He was like the center of gravity for Jimin. One finishes the other's sentence. One laughs, the other follows. They're like a pull and push, maintaining balance. No dominance. No acting. Just honesty. And that night, between ramen, lip balm, and a Jin song, they gave us something far beyond content. They gave us a story. A story of a closeness that couldn't be staged. A story of two people who've grown together for over a decade, and now realize that even in silence, they still choose each other. Because honestly, what's more romantic than two people who don't have to say much, yet the whole world knows they love each other? And so it goes, one night, one live stream, and a million hidden meanings. What Jimin and Jungkook showed us that night may seem simple. Ramen, jokes, laughter. But for those of us paying attention, we know it was a fragment of a much bigger story. A story not crafted by cameras, but built on trust. A story of two people who don't need to say anything, because their every move, every glance, says everything. In silence, they chose each other. In small laughs, they gave each other strength. And for us watching, that's more than enough to believe that what they have is truly special. Thank you for watching Jungkook Moment today. If you also felt something that night, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We'll continue uncovering those moments that can't always be explained, but are always deeply felt. See you in the next video. Because sometimes, love doesn't need many words. Just two people, and one night we'll never forget.